Hello.
We're finally back. I'm too lazy to change that on my work shirt. Fuck you. And yeah, so while we were gone, I got 100% of the data in Doki Doki Plus.
Just to let you know, the stream is not catching the game. It's black screen and you. Oh,
It
there we go. Never
no,
mind.
yeah, it's showing up. I'm seeing it.
Yeah, now we're seeing it. Yeah, we
Uh,
had to we had to skip a week of streaming because of life shit.
yeah,
We're late today because of life shit.
yeah. Just
And
said fuck
yeah,
it, we're doing it anyways. Got
yeah.
all the pretty pictures. Fucking
St-
spent a day and a half trying to get this fucking show up.
Huh.
Yeah. Also,
I approve of that background, by the way.
what was the thing that I got in one of the loading screen tips? Is in the attempt to get that thing was PM died for this in like during the Act 2 bit where it's all fucked.
PM died for this.
As in Hollow Miner.
Huh.
So this was the last email.
All right. From Paula Miner to Untitled Mail Group. Do not use. Date Sunday, December 1st, 2019 at 12:06 a.m. Subject: Let's move on. We need to have a meeting about shifting our focus a bit. We've reset VM1 how many times now? For real, we've definitely collected as much data as we can from at this point. We just need to work with what we have and try to increase the stability of our connection to VM2. We've obviously gotten spoiled by the ease of access that VM1 offers us, but it's just unrealistic for someone in real life to be granted a level of elevation even close to monitor kernel access. If we aren't if we can't establish a stable connection to VM2, then how can we expect to get anywhere when the same scenario inevitably occurs in our own universe? Anyway, thanks to Rose's work, we were able to acquire a few rudimentary logs. I have an idea how to increase connection and stability to VM2 while maintaining weak hypervisor access to everyone inside on an individual basis. Ironically, it has to do with something that they're building in their own VM. I'll go into detail in a more formal report, but some of the log files indicate attempt of theirs to pool together the access potential of multiple individuals into a single parallel unit. It sounds ridiculous, but if they actually get somewhere with it, then we might have a solid entry point that doesn't heavily intrude upon the VM. I'm going to spin up and read-only hypervisor that we can use to test different ideas like this. The elevation level will be set to monitor adjacent run level access. The VM will be named Test VM for now, although the parallel access unit they're building in the VM seems to be called Project Libitina, according to a few logs we have here. We can change the name once we actually get a decent picture of it. And that's the name drop for Project Libitina from the fucking first game.
Or was that?
So, do you want me to explain the entirety of what the game theory video I saw? By the way, I saw theirs.
Sure.
I agree and disagree at points. So, all of this metaverse enterprise solution shit, they're, from what I understand, a simulation companies, like a computer processing company.
Mhm.
And the whole point of DDLC, it is the alpha test of a project they're working on. They want to see if someone realizes they're in a simulated universe, how they would react.
Mhm.
And that is the whole point of DDLC, is that they, on a small scale, they wanted to do this, which is what the club is.
Mhm.
And that is VM1, is their alpha stage on a small scale. And of course, Monica goes crazy and fucks everything up. The VM2 they're talking about is this Project Libitina world. It is a
Mhm.
medium-sized one, and the reason we know anything about what's going on in it is because of shit that we already found in number one, uh, which can be explained by the data coming over from between the VMs that we already found out about. Monica's essentially looking into it and realizing, holy shit, this is horrible.
Right.
Because all the shit about Yuri's books and all the horror stuff, like the chopping people up and putting together, yeah, that's the pooling of administration access that they were just talking about. So there's some crazy shit going on in number 2, and I guess the reason they can't directly look into it is because it's too complex for them to understand at this point. The reason they can into Doki Doki is because Monica is acting as a looking point.
Okay.
And just a little funny, you know how it said monitor kernel access?
Right.
If you shorten that in a certain way, it says Monica.
Hmm.
Monitor kernel access, Monica.
Yes. See.
And
So
the other thing they're talking about is another sub person that we've already heard about called Marla, monitor adjacent runtime level access. So all of this is just them trying to figure out about how we can prove we're in a simulated universe.
right.
The interesting thing is, though, what game theory said is that Monica might have actually escaped. Because if you look at through all the emails, like if you look at the very first one we get from Ive Laster, who we've come to know is the goofball. All his reports and memos and all that stuff are like OMGs and emojis and all this other text speech. But this one is perfectly concise. And this is the last chronologically to be sent. What game theory said is they think Monica possessed this guy. I'm of the mindset of in one of the runs in, he played the game and decided to team up with her. And that he's just taking things more seriously because he's helping, he bought into the they're people too kind of mentality. But yeah. And I guess the goal is to break into VM2 and save the people in there from the horrible shit that they're doing to make a connection.
Mm.
And I've probably explained this horribly. I would highly recommend to watch the video that Game Theory did, because they actually are good at their Doki Doki theories.
Okay.
I just don't believe. I think they're too much on the Five Nights at Freddy's bandwagon to even bring that immediately up before they say he got possessed. I just think that Ive is now in on it and helping Monica.
Yeah. There is definitely a change.
Yeah.
Total
Yeah,
shift.
see, like, even the fucking fourth one, the email's called OMG.
Yeah.
From Ive. Like, you can tell all the shit he's written, you can immediately tell it's him because he's the one that's goofing around.
And a lot of this happened in a short period of time.
Yeah. So, yeah, Monica might have at least someone working for her on the outside. And with all the shit they found at number 1,
It's an 8-day
what
difference.
what I understand is they're reusing parts of one in the other. So in this one we have like Natsuki, Yuri, Sayori. In the other VM, what I think that they're trying to imply is that they've used this a copy of the same AI and probably just like changed the name and appearance. So personality-wise, they're the same person, but just a different instance of it. And that's who Monica wants to save, is the 3 of them, plus her alternate self, who does not have the same access as she does. And the version of her apparently is Marla in the other one. No clue who the others are. I think there was something that hinted at who Yuri's copy would be. But yeah.
Interesting.
Monica might have breached containment, and I'm all for it.
Probably. I mean, how are you not going to have that when you've already established, yeah, multiverse is real?
Yeah. Multiverse that they've created on the same fucking computer is real.
Isn't it kind of like implied, like, through the emails that, like, that there is just straight up a fucking metaverse, like not just the one they created.
Yeah, they're looking to prove that. All of this is to
Okay.
prove that our own universe is just another simulation to something higher.
Okay.
And that's kind of what VM2 is closer towards. Apparently, from what we've figured out is going on in there, it's a former religious camp turned hospital that's quite literally somehow chopping people up and putting them together to make a quote unquote psychic conduit to God. So they're attempting to reach essentially these guys on this level because they think that they can pool admin access to get to a higher level, and that's what is causing the connection to stabilize. Is that they're actually succeeding, and it's bad.
Hmm.
So I know what happens, or what the thing is next. If you have 100%, go to side stories.
Oh yeah, I did see
Yeah,
that. I forgot
and have you?
about it.
Yeah, did you click on it?
Nope.
Let's do it. Attempting to decode,
I
and
love
this
how.
is what they've been seeing.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all they've been getting out of it.
Hmm.
Because the data is too complex. They're just getting little snippets like this, and the more, if you were to spam this over and over again, uh, there's I think 3 people that have been identified as writing in this. One of them's like a religious guy. One of them is Marla, and one of them is a third guy who I think is more scientific and to the point. And yeah, this is all they've gotten out of their medium-sized universe,
Mm,
which I've just decided to call the beta. Because if this is the alpha, that's probably the beta.
right.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to see the next game that they make.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a treat
They're
day
hyping it
one
up.
buy.
Yeah. They're wait, what is it? Easily disturbed the book.
Yes. So yeah, that was that. Is that everything?
Yeah.
Cool.
Fucked up shit's happening, and Monica's going to go save her alternate friends.
Let's hope.
Yeah. Let's hope Ive is a good guy. Because if he's helping my best girl, he has to be.
Fuck off.
He's got good taste.
Right.